Hey guys, we are here at the Fender stand, 2019 Namm. I'm here with Rodrigo, and he's gonna take us through some of the new pedals Fender has brought out for this year. So, hey man, how's it going?
It's going great.
It's going great.
This is only the second one of these videos I've done, so I'm gonna try to not mess it up.
Well, I'm sure you'll get plenty of time to mess stuff up this Namm, because I mean, look around. There must be about how many people in here?
I don't know, a couple hundred at least.
It's just crazy how many people there is here this year. The noise level is quite high. So anyway, what have we got? What have we got? Exciting things, right?
Yeah, so we've got 6 brand new pedals. We've got a bunch of different modulation pedals for this round, which I'm excited to show you guys. We've also got our first dedicated bass multi-effect here, which is pretty cool too. So I'll just take you guys kind of around the board here in a circle. Awesome. The one that I've got engaged right now is the MTG, which is our first tube distortion. This is a cool pedal. It was designed in collaboration with Bruce Egnater, so we're very happy to have his name on the back of that pedal here. You'll see it features a 3-band EQ with a tightness control that basically acts as a high-pass filter and kind of rolls off some of that low end. Of course, you've got a level and a gain control, and then this boost button here can be configured to either add clean boost or extra gain to the signal. So I think we've got it disengage. Oh no, we had it engage. So just to give you an idea what that sounds like.
A little extra light up there. So let's see what it sounds like. Shall we? Okay. Very, very sexy. And again, you got the things on the front there, flip down. Oh, you don't have the battery.
So this round of pedals, we actually chose to forego the battery door, and the main reason for that is a couple of these pedals, actually half of the ones that we're looking at here between the MTG and the 2 digital effects are actually too power intensive to really handle 9-volt batteries.
I see.
Each of these draws in excess of 300 milliamps. Yeah. Some of these are digital pedals as well too. So we chose to leave the door off. We knew that people would end up sticking batteries in them and then just frying the batteries in 10 minutes, and then you know that doesn't make for a good experience.
No, not at all. And people will probably complain, going, "Oh, it takes the battery so quick." That's because of this. Yeah.
Unfortunately, these ones do not have the battery door.
Well, that's fine. It is what it is, man.
They sound damn good.
They sound damn good. Okay, let's move on. What have we got next?
So let me disengage this for a second. So moving into the next 3 is going to be our modulation kind of family here. So the first one is the Lost Highway, which is a phaser pedal. So let's listen to that. So one thing that's really cool about all these modulation pedals, the Lost Highway phaser, the bubbler chorus, and the pinwheel, is they all have a dynamically sensitive rate control. So so basically, to explain that, you've got a fast setting and a slow setting that you can set independently on all 3, and you can toggle between that either using the slow-fast switch here or by just using your playing. So you'll see here if I dig in a little bit more, it toggles to the fast setting, and then you can hear it kind of slow back down. So basically,
oh, that's so cool, man.
You've got 1 rate and 1 depth control here, a 2nd rate and a 2nd depth control here, and the sensitivity almost functions like the threshold on a compressor. So if you go above a certain dynamic level, it's going to kick over to the other side.
Awesome, that's really cool.
Slow back down.
Ooh. That's very clever. Who came up with that then?
So these pedals were all designed in collaboration with our R&D team, and we're the brainchild of Stan Cody, who's kind of the pedal guy behind all this. Yeah. So these are all original, brand new original circuits that were conceived by Stan.
Amazing. Right, let's move on. Otherwise, make this video like 15 minutes long. See if we can keep it down to be. Yeah, exactly. 45 minutes. You wait till the pedal show guys come over, Mick and Dan. It's going to be like 2-hour long video.
So moving on, we've got the bubbler chorus here, which features the same dynamically sensitive rate control feature. So if you set the rates kind of so that they're starkly different, you can kind of hear it a little bit more. And you can see that sensitivity light engage when you're switching over. Here it gets extra, deep and fast, kind of when you switch over there. So the last one here in the modulation section is going to be the Pinwheel, which is a rotary speaker here. So let's hear what that sounds like. So this is going going to give you some Leslie and rotary speaker emulations. It's voiced either for guitar or keyboard, so you can set that on the back. So
yeah, I noticed that.
Player friendly, which is really cool. And again, you have the same dynamically sensitive rate control, so you can toggle between fast or slow either with your button or using the sensitivity knob right here.
Okay, let me. If I fiddle a little bit, then you try. We've got 3 modes here as well. It's got a drive on it as well.
So you got a drive, so you can actually drive it up similar to how you could on a Leslie speaker to give it some natural grit.
So like
And another really cool feature you'll notice on the fast-slow switch, you've got a brake function, right? So I'll play a chord, hold it.
Yeah.
So that'll slow the Leslie to a complete stop. You tap it again, and it's going to revert back to the slow speed.
Check the light here. Hold it, and then...
If you give it a double tap, and when you go back to the fast speed...
Oh, slow down here.
Yeah, so that'll take it to a complete stop, and then you kick it back on, and it'll spin it.
So it's like it spins like this, and then it slows all the way down. Oh, because there's a lot of these sort of Leslie, but I need one of these on my board at some point, and I've been looking at them, you know.
It gives you that organ tone without having to add any extra octaves or any kind of weirdness like that. You can actually control it via expression pedal too, so if you want to use an actual expression pedal, you can control the speed of the Leslie that way as well.
Oh, that's very cool, man, very cool.
So the last one I'm going to show you is the tre-verb, which is really cool. This is probably the one that we're most excited about because it gives you all the classic Fender amp effects in a pedal. So 2 dedicated foot switch, 1 for reverb, 1 for tremolo. The reverb side, you'll get a 63 brown face reverb, like the dedicated brown tank. 65 black face reverb, and then a plate reverb for some extra, for nice, long decay ambient kind of stuff. On the tremolo side, you're going to get an optical tremolo, a bias tremolo, and a harmonic tremolo, all of which are a little bit different and each one has its own unique character. So let's listen to what that sounds like real quick. Optical tremolo like you would have on a deluxe reverb amp. So switching over to the bias side, it's going to be a little bit smoother sounding.
Nice. Harmonic.
Level up and that depth up a little bit. Almost a little bit more univibey. Yeah. That's kind of cool. So let's switch it over to the optical, and then we'll add in the reverb and get kind of a really kind of typical sort of Fender sound here.
And you can use these independent as well.
Use them independently?
And you can swap them back and forth.
Yeah,
but normally you would have I noticed that here. That's
Yeah.
very cool as well.
So you can put the trem in front of the reverb or the reverb in front of the trem.
Yeah. What is it normally? It's normally tremolo into reverb, isn't it?
Normally it would be tremolo into reverb. Yeah, the reverb would be the last thing that you would hear. Yeah. So. You can hear just instant, 65 deluxe reverb sound in a box. Both the Pinwheel and the tre-verb are true stereo in and out, so keyboard friendly, guitar friendly. If you like to use 2 amps like I do, these pedals will be a lot of fun for you.
Oh, man.
The final one on the board is going to be the Downtown Express. It's our first dedicated bass effect pedal. I don't have it plugged in, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Dedicated foot switches, so you can run all the effects individually or separately. EQ, overdrive, compression. You can reverse the order of the overdrive and compression. You've got an XLR output on the back if you want to send that to the house or to a recording interface, and you can send that DI path either pre-effects, post-effects, pre-EQ, no effects.
Yeah.
There's a few different ways you can configure it. You've got a tuner output and then a dedicated mute switch, so you can leave your tuner on all the time. So this is just a true kind of one-stop shop for bass players. It's got a ground lift on
Ground
the
lift
back
as
there.
well.
Very
That's
handy,
awesome.
very
This is really handy. I could see maybe something in the future coming for acoustic guitar like this, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this,
Yes.
maybe with a looper, maybe. Eh?
Yeah,
Eh?
you may be foreshadowing some things to come there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
We're really happy to add these into the family. We're really starting to build a fully featured line of pedals, fuzzes, overdrives, distortion, modulation boxes, stereo stuff, bass player stuff.
Yeah.
So we're really
And
happy.
people are loving them out there, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're all priced a great price point as well, aren't they?
Yep. With the digital stuff, we're starting to get into some higher price points because
Yeah.
we're really offering something that I think is truly unique and sounds really great.
Yeah.
So the tre-verb and the Pinwheel are going to go for about $269 USD. The Bubbler and the Lost Highway sit right at around $149, so just a huge amount of functionality for
Yeah.
a $149 stomp box.
Yeah.
The MTG tube distortion is about $199, and the Downtown Express sits at about $249 US map. So just really great, kind of in the sweet spot price-wise, feature-wise. So we're super stoked about these.
Awesome. And when we will see them in the stores?
So these will start shipping out in February.
February. Well, so that's like in a week.
Couple more weeks. Start seeing them out
Exciting. Well, we'll be doing a video on these, I'm sure, back on the channel. And thank you very much, man.
there. Thank you.
And thank you for taking
Appreciate
through
it,
these.
guys.
And thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you soon.
Cheers.